those wines are just bombs of sensations, bombs of flavors. The concentration is absolutely outstanding, to the point that they deliver you some of the most fantastic tasting experiences that you can ever have and that I've ever had with these vintage 95 fantastic wines. We've learned that they are also very consistent across all different vintages. I've talked about small variations between one vintage and another. Yes, there are definite differences, but the consistency is still right there. They're all very concentrated, they're all very complex, they're all overall rather balanced. We've also learned that some vintages are more opulent, more open, more, you know, in your face, tropical than others. Others are more restrained, more balanced, and that's generally what we are looking for age-worthiness, for balanced on the long run, for cellaring for many years. We've also learned that the vintage 2010 is probably the best vintage of the past 20 years, except if we include the vintage 2000, which is absolutely outstanding. If you can get your hand on a vintage 2000 Sauternes, go for it. It's likely to be good. You can drink it now, it's fantastic, and you can probably cellar it for another 10 or 20 years, it'll still be amazing. But we've also learned that vintage 2011 is a great vintage to have now. It's evolved. What have we got? Vintage 2008 is also fantastic. So is vintage 2009. See the consistency that I was talking about. Any of these wines you can buy. If you're looking for a greater, fresher fruit character, go for the younger versions. Maybe not less than 5 years old. Say 5 to 10 years old if you're after more evolved, a bit more savoriness, a bit less sweetness, more spiciness, more length, and a bit of a different, unique tasting experience. Go for 10, 15, 20 years and older. With a small glass like this, so I guess with a bottle you can share it between 10, 15 people easily. I would say, personally, I would even recommend tasting this wine by itself with a small glass, so it doesn't affect your senses all that much before a meal, just to enjoy it, or at least give everyone a little sip before a meal. If it doesn't bother people having a sweet wine before a meal, I think that's giving this wine justice, unless you are pairing it with something really special. And of course you can put it on foie gras and you can put it on some cheeses. But really, to experience that balance, that complexity that I was talking about before, if you want to really give this wine justice, again, this is a wine that is one of the most expensive wine to produce in Bordeaux, not to buy. But it's very hard to produce such wines because you have to leave the grapes for a very long time outside, late harvest. You get a very concentrated and very little juice, so it's very hard to make. Then they have to blend it and age it and this and that. A very lots of craftsmanship, really rare terroir go into making those wines, and you owe to give those wines what they deserve. A little time of appreciation, 5 minutes of sipping it on its own to really get the harmony, how the vintage was it warm, was it opulent, is it an open wine, is it a wine that is still to be aged more. And I'll leave it here for today. I must again thank Chateau Coutet for sending out all of those wines. What a fantastic tasting experience. I hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as I have. I hope I have demonstrated how much worth it is to buy every once in a while a bottle of Sauternes, share it with your friends, your family. I'm tired, I'm drained, but yeah, it's been an amazing journey. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon in a wonderful world of wine. Au revoir. Ciao.